More than half of Americans are literally lying awake at night worrying about their money problems, Tyler Durden of Zero Hedge reports. Even though unemployment has hit a 49-year low, more than half of Americans are lying awake at night worrying about money, this according to Money Watch. But we thought jobs were everything. Instead, a recent report from the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System concludes many people are living with wildly fluctuating incomes. In addition, consumer confidence fell to a 2-year low in June. Lynn Franco, senior director of the conference board, said, "The escalation in trade and tariff tensions earlier this month appears to have shaken consumers' confidence. Continued uncertainty could diminish people's confidence in economic expansion." Lynn Reeser, chief economist of the Comptroller's Council of Economic Advisors, said, "A majority trade war between the U.S. and China represents our greatest economic risk. More than half of Americans ages 18 and older lose sleep over issues with money." This is what the research found. Here are the most prevalent financial worries according to our respondents. Everyday expenses is about 35% of the worries. Saving enough money for retirement, that's about 27%. Health care or insurance bills is about 27%. The ability to pay credit card debt is about 20%. Mortgage or rent payments, another 20%. Education expenses, about 13%. Stock market volatility, about 8%, I would say. So it's everyday expenses, basically, and enough time and money for the retirement. What happens when you get older? This is according to the Bankrate Losing Sleep Survey, source 2019. And the worries are starting to pile up. According to the Bankrate survey of 2,500 people, 78% of adults are losing sleep over work, relationships, retirement, and other worries. 78%. Over half, that's 56% of Americans, are lying awake at night worrying about money. The key worries are retirement, that's 24%, health care and or insurance bills, 22%, the ability to pay credit card debt, 18%, mortgage and rent payments, another 18%, educational expenses, 11% versus 26%, and stock market volatility, 5%. Also, 40% of people in a separate poll by that site say they feel the next recession has already begun or will begin within the next 12 months. 45% of U.S. workers have a second job to make ends meet, and middle-aged workers are feeling the pressure as well, including 48% of millennials, 39% of Generation Xers, and 28% baby boomers. Many believe a recession to be an inevitability. At this point, Oxford Economics predicts that fallout from the next recession could trigger a 30% drop in the S&P 500. Jesse Colombo, analyst at Clarity Financial, said, "Virtually everyone is underestimating the tremendous economic risks that have built up globally during the past decade of extremely stimulative monetary policies. Financial worries vary from generation to generation." According to the New York Fed's yield curve-based model, there remains a 27% probability of a U.S. recession in the next 12 months. The last time that recession odds were the same as they are now was in early 2007, which was shortly before the Great Recession officially started in December 2007. Colombo continued, he sees a 64% likelihood of a recession within the next year. That's not good. Colombo continued, the New York Fed's recession probability model has underestimated the probability of recessions in the past 3 decades because it is skewed by the anomalous recessions of the early 1980s. That model was skewed by then Federal Reserve Chairman Paul Volcker's unusually aggressive interest rate hikes that were meant to break the back of inflation. Looking at the New York Fed's recession probability model data after 1985 gives more accurate estimates of recession probabilities in the past 3 decades. The bubbles that Colombo is now watching are global debt, China, Hong Kong, Singapore, the art market, U.S. stocks, U.S. household wealth, corporate debt, leveraged loans, U.S. student loans, U.S. auto loans, tech startups, global skyscraper construction, U.S. commercial real estate, and stop us if you've heard this one before, U.S. housing. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.